All right. Today I'm going to talk about the idea of attacking structure in Wing Chun. Now, we all know about, everything I do, I want to go in, attack the center. Very good, very basic. That's what you want to do. That's the broad idea. But then the deeper aspect of how you're actually attacking the structure is what you ultimately want to work up to. So when we talk about structure, obviously we're looking at their legs, body, arms as a whole. But every structure always has two aspects to it. There's strong side and a weak side to the structure. Even in Ichi Kimima, there's strong side and weak side to the structure. So if I have Ed just standing Ichi Kimima, you face the camera. Okay. So he's got his Ichi Kimima here. Perfect, so beautiful. So now, can you see where the strong side to the stance is? The strong side to the stance is actually side to side, right here. You notice when I push, his body is actually going to be going over to his leg, and he's actually able to resist with his leg. Now, if I go this way, backwards, forwards, I'm actually able to easier move his body that way because I'm attacking the weak side of the structure. I'll get into attacking the weak side of the structure in a little bit. But before we get into that, you have to be able to see weak side, structure side. Every pattern that you could put your foot into, any combination that he could put his foot into, whether, I don't know, with a boxer or whatever, he's here. Where's the strong side of the stance? Right here. The strong side to the stance is actually right here. The weak side to the stance is right here. So when you're in the survival situation and you have to fight for your life, I actually always want to attack the strong side of their structure. So if he's in some, just basic fighting stance right here, if I come in, I don't want to just come in and, attack the center this way right here. I actually want to come in and see which way his body is facing. So when I come in to apply my strike, his body is actually going to take the brunt of that because his body for that moment in time is going to be able to resist and hold up his body in place. He's not just going to be able to move mildly to go with it. If I come in and I attack the structure this way right here, his body is actually going to take more of the brunt of that impact at that moment in time because I'm hitting into the strong side of the stance. If I hit into the weak side of the stance right here, then it's easier for him to move with that, therefore not taking the full brunt of the impact of the force. Now, also, I'm augmenting that with my hands. So when he's in whatever, switch face me for a second. Yeah, that's why when he's in the fighting position here, and I come into, like, say, pak punch per se. Well, I'm not just pak punching just to move his hand out of the way. I'm actually pocking, and from here, I'm going into his center with my pak. This goes into the center, down to the supporting leg there. He's actually able resisting, planting his body at that moment in time, so that this way right here, he's going to take more of the brunt of my hit for the survival mode that I'm in. I don't want to attack the weak side, because if I attack the weak side of that, his body is going to be able to move and not take the full brunt impact. Now, if I'm doing a joint lock to take down, then actually at that moment, I want to attack the weak side of the stance. Because you ever see like some of these videos where, some guy is trying to get into a joint lock. If I'm here and I've got him into a joint lock, and if I'm pushing into his strong side of the stance, he's actually able to resist that. Because when you see some of these cops and other stuff that are bodyguards and bouncers, they're trying to control people, and they have them in whatever joint lock that they're doing. Well, because they're pushing into the strong side of the stance this way, he's actually able to resist it more. But I want actually to take him down so that he can't resist it. That's why I actually want to attack the weak side of the stance for the joint lock to take down. So when I'm here and I have him in whatever joint lock I'm doing, from this moment here, then he's not able to resist it. And at that point, I'm able to take him down and continue to do the joint manipulation at that time. So, don't joint lock my dog. All right, well, hope that helps. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to write us, Facebook, YouTube. Good luck.